Hi, Bailey Clements.
Madison Teal.
Nice to meet you, Madison. Thank you so much for meeting me here today.
Oh, of course. Would you like to sit down?
Yes. So, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. So you're the pastoral assistant at First Baptist Church, right?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you do there?
Well, I help the pastor with setting up Bible studies, planning sermons, contacting members of the church, and pretty much anything else he needs me to do.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is, but it's very fulfilling, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
That's really encouraging to hear. You don't hear that very often, so I'm glad you love your job.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you said that you help plan Bible studies, is that right?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Well, one of the reasons I'm actually here today is I'm with my company, LifeWay Christian Resources. My company actually offers pretty much anything that your church could ever need. We do vacation Bible school curriculums, Bible studies. We can print marketing stuff for your church. But one thing that I'm here to sell you today is a Bible study leaders kit by Beth Moore. And I was just going to see what you think about that. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Of course not. Go ahead.
Awesome. So, what type of Bible studies does your church currently offer?
Right now, we're only offering couples Bible studies.
Okay. So, do you have any Bible studies specifically for women or for men, or is it just couples?
At this time, no, we don't.
Okay. So, do you think that in the future that you might consider offering Bible studies that were just specifically geared towards women?
We've had them in the past, and personally, I would like to see it come back because I think that women need to be able to discuss and learn about their spiritual life in a way, especially since there are some things that women go through spiritually that men don't go through.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know that I've seen women who have been in Bible studies in the past, and they just really form a lot of really close relationships by having just a women's Bible study. So I think that would be very beneficial too.
They do. It's a great way to make new friends.
Awesome. Do you know if your leaders currently are having any troubles with getting their group members to be involved in the discussion that they have?
It's difficult to appeal to the age group in the couple studies because it's a very wide range.
Okay.
We couples attend that are as young as 20 years old and they could still be in college to somewhere around 50, and it could be even older, but it's usually in that range. And it's hard to appeal to couples that are that young and just starting out, and other couples that are more mature in their relationship and their relationship with God, and still have them be interested in the lessons.
Yeah, I can see how that would be an issue. I know a lot of the churches that we work with have troubles getting people to really go in depth in their discussion. Yes. They kind of just stay surface level a lot of times. So yes, I can see how it would be even more difficult with such a wide range of people in there. So, how often are you starting and stopping new Bible studies in your church?
We try to start a new Bible study every semester, so about 3 times a year.
Okay, that's a pretty good amount. So they normally last about 4 or 5 months, you would say?
Yes, they do.
Okay. What do you personally think is the most important part of the Bible study?
Personally, I think being able, for leaders to be able to get the members to interact with each other, not just leader to member, but member to member, and being comfortable enough to participate in that way.
Yeah, for sure. So just like building those relationships within the whole group. Cool. Okay. So Do you think that it would help your leaders if they had a specific guide with very in-depth discussion questions that they could ask to their group members? Do you think that that would help the discussion flow a little bit more and give people really thought-provoking things?
I think it would, even if they don't ask those specific questions, it will give the leaders an idea of the types of questions to ask those members, especially if the lessons are targeting a specific gender or age group, or like we normally have couples Bible studies, so that would always
they would gear towards that specific type of Bible study.
Yes,
okay,
it's very important.
I agree. Do you know if the studies that you're currently offering provide other materials in addition to just the Bible?
Not currently, no. Right now we're going over different books of the Bible and how it talks about how God wants a man and a woman to work together to do God's work.
Okay. That's a really interesting topic. I bet people are really enjoying that.
I think they are, yes.
Okay. And it's important that you do use the Bible in a Bible study.
Yes, it is.
But I think that other information and materials offered can just add on to that and be like bonuses to help the discussion flow more and just for your groups to get more out of each session. Do you agree?
I agree to a certain extent because it does allow an outside perspective and a more personal perspective. So it isn't just the leader's opinion on what these verses are about. The members also get to read and learn about a different perspective and put themselves in another person's shoes, so to speak.
Yes, I agree with that a lot. It's cool to have outside people come in, especially very well-known people that have their commentaries for the scripture and everything. It's interesting to hear what they have to say, in addition to what your leaders have to say, of course. So, do you know how your group members feel about their level of engagement and application in the studies that they're going through currently?
I do know that in the questions that we have asked in the past, that they would like it to be more fun or more engaging, and not just reviewing Bible verses and a leader saying that this is what you should do and not this. It does need to be more involved, and that is what we're trying to do.
Okay. So one way that this particular study is able to help members be engaged is it offers homework throughout the week. So do you think that that would help members stay focused on what they're supposed to be doing from week to week? I know oftentimes when I used to be involved in a Bible study, I would sometimes forget what we learned the past week because I was so busy with life. Do you think homework would help them really stay focused, or would it be more of a hassle and burden?
I think it would help those that are really busy this time of year and don't necessarily come to every Bible study and they miss out on a week, or they have a big gap between what they learned previously and they haven't caught up yet. It could be helpful to have those materials to go over the lesson themselves or review on what they have learned previously. Yes. I think that would be good.
Cool. Do you know if your leaders have any specific ways for the group members to memorize scripture?
We not really. We just ask. Usually, from what I know, they are asked to memorize them, and it's up to the member to do that or not to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I know that's a difficult thing to memorize scripture, but it's super important.
It is very important, specifically when God asks us to be disciples, even when you're married or no matter what period you are in your life, you are called to speak to other people about God and what He can do in your life, and Scripture is the best way to do that because it's His truth, it's His word, and I do feel like it's not relied upon enough.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. Cool. Well, thank you for answering all those questions.
Oh, of course.
So the study that I'm going to show you today is actually a leader's kit, and it's called Entrusted by Beth Moore. Beth Moore is actually she's a pretty well-known author. I'm sure you've heard of her before.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I've read quite a few books by her myself.
So have I. She's really, just has a lot of thought-provoking things to say, and she really knows her stuff. So this Bible study is actually over the book of 2 Timothy in the Bible, and it's really interesting that you said we're called to make disciples because 2 Timothy talks a lot about that. And so this is a study that we have offered for her. In this leader's guide, you said that your groups would really benefit from more in-depth discussion questions and everything. So it actually has a lot of these questions in here. The questions that your group members would be getting in their booklets are kind of more general for them to answer on their own, but this leader's guide will offer the more in-depth discussion questions for them to answer. So that's really beneficial for your leaders to help them lead the group discussion when you're actually meeting.
It'll help the members discuss it between themselves too, and allow them to think about the lesson more instead of just what's on the surface.
Yes, it's really good thing that this offers. It also offers and comes with a 6-session video guides that it goes along with it.
Oh, wow.
So the video is Beth Moore, and she comes on and she just kind of goes through each passage of scripture and then offers just her thoughts on it. And it's really interesting. I think personally, I learn a lot from videos, and so maybe your group members could benefit from that as well.
And even if the leaders don't use the videos in the lessons, I think it would be helpful to them because they can watch it beforehand and kind of understand more what the lesson is supposed to be about.
Yes, exactly. So, yes, your leaders don't have to use the videos, but they could just, if they wanted to watch them themselves and then kind of teach about that, it could be a helpful tool for them. Some other things that are in here is she offers really cool scripture memory verses tools that the leaders can try out with their group members that are kind of different from just please memorize the scripture every week. And so that's another thing that it offered. And you said that your group members are kind of struggling with memorizing scripture, so I think this would be a cool addition for them as well. And then so that's pretty much what this is.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I brought it for you.
I can immediately tell I like how the different verses that are in it that go along with the lessons. There's actually quite a few. I'm surprised about that. Usually there's only, I would say on average, about 3, and they're usually about like this. They usually come from the same chapter, but this is from different parts of the Bible. Like there's Corinthians and Chronicles and Nehemiah.
Yes, she really does a good job at bringing in cross-reference verses for you to look at in addition to the passage of scripture in 2 Timothy that this is going over. And so she's makes sure that this is a very biblically based study instead of just her opinions on everything. She brings in a lot of scripture to back up what she says.
I like that.
And back here, actually, in the back, there's also some additional articles that this study comes with. It's kind of, some of them are by Beth's daughter, and then just some other well-known people in the Christian realm of things. Just some additional articles that have been written over 2 Timothy or just other interesting things as kind of like a bonus content for the study that your leaders can choose to share with the group members or just read for themselves if they want to do
That is cool. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And you said there's CDs. I see that here. How much is it?
Okay, so the price for this is going to be about $150.
Okay.
Do you think that's something that you would be interested in?
Actually, for a Bible study of this price, especially since it's just the Leader's Guide kit and it doesn't include any members' books, I'd have to speak with my boss about purchasing it. But I can get back to you sometime next week if you are available.
Okay. Before you do that, I just wanted to let you know that we are offering a really good special on this kit right now. If you bought this book today, I could give you a 20% discount on it. So, I don't know if you'd be willing to call your supervisor or shoot him a text or something, but I think that this is something that your church would really benefit from if you wanted to purchase that today.
That's actually a really good deal. So let me text him real quick and I'll see what he says.
Okay.
And I'll let him know how much it is.
Awesome. I'll let you do that. So, in the meantime, are there any more questions that you might have for me?
How much are the members' books?
The members' books are going to be about $12 each, and I can actually give you that 20% discount on those as well today.
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to go ahead and order those, you could probably order about, I don't know how big your small groups are, but if you wanted to just order like a set of 15 or so just to be safe, and then you can always order additional ones in the future if you need to.
Let me tell him that too, and we'll see what he says.
Awesome.
And they're $12?
Yes.
Okay. For how many?
However many you would need for your group.
$12 each.
Yes.
That would be ridiculously cheap. Okay. Alright. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. So, is there any other reason that you might not want to purchase this today?
None that I can think of. But you did mention other stuff that you saw. Can you tell me about those also? Because Vacation Bible School is coming up. It's almost summer, so.
Yeah, so the Vacation Bible School for this year is actually a galactic theme.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty exciting.
That's fun.
Yeah, I know some of the kids that we kind of surveyed for are really interested in that. So I think it'll be a good thing for them to get involved in. I know I love space personally, so.
Yeah, it would be really cool for them to. Okay, he said that if you could drop the paperwork, we can
Awesome.
Work out a deal.
I can do that for you. Let me go get that. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you, of course.
No problem.